definitely heard that Steve Jobs could be an asshole. I've heard stories, but I think I would have funded him because he's so incredible and he was so smart and so interested in the product and knew, like, I'm very persuaded by people who know what they're talking about and love their product and are domain experts. But I did consciously, especially early on, less so later on, early on, I did sometimes tend to say, I really think this person's an asshole. I do not want to fund them. And we often wouldn't. And very early on when we were just funding, 10, 20, 30 startups a batch, I have been known to say, like, I don't know if I can have dinner with them every week. Like, it was at that point. And I don't think we've ever regretted any of those. It didn't happen all the time. That was rare. But life's too short, life's too short. And I wanted I wanted to be able to work with these founders. And as it turns out, it was sort of important early on in weeding out like explicit assholes, because that was the basis of our Y Combinator community, which is now thousands of founders. Now, of course, all the founders aren't all, running their company anymore, but I would say like most all of the founders bring something useful and valuable to the table. So if you ask a question on Bookface, on our, forum for founders, someone is going to be there to help you. And it's amazing. And that all started very early on. There was this culture of, older batchmates helping newer ones, and this pay it forward mentality where everyone helped one another and rooted for one another and made introductions for each other. And I think it's a big part of our Y Combinator community now.
So I wrote down a few of the things that you mentioned you look for